wonderful, beautiful people. It's Friday. It's Friday, the very beginning of a wonderful weekend to come. And it's Good Morning Nigeria show on Hey News TV. You know how we do it. We bring to you bring to you current happenings happening live in Nigeria. And today we've got two wonderful topics for you today. The first topic says, Niger Delta issues October 1st quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas. Niger Delta issues October 1st quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas. Now this time around they have said they should vacate their region before October 1st. Wow, what do you have to say about that? What is your take on this? And the second topic we have for you today is Northern Group blame Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo song. The Northern Group blame Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo song. What do you have to say? What is your comment? What is your comment going to be? What is your take on these two topics? This we'll get to know later on when we dive into the topiks. My name is Rita Wachuku, and I've got two wonderful persons here in the studio today. I've got two persons who will be doing this with me, and you will get to know them soon. But before that, we'll be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll go into the topics and I'll introduce our guests to you. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Audio Jungle.
Welcome back to the program. It's Good Morning Nigeria on Hey News TV. And I've got two wonderful persons here in the studio. I've got Victor. I want Victor Isioma. Victor, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rita, and good morning, our viewers.
Okay, and I have Ime Oku Ime. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Rita, and good morning, viewers. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for coming. All right, we are talking about two things. We have two topics here today to discuss. The first is Niger Delta issues quick notice, October 1st quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas. Now, they have said they should vacate the region before October 1st. And if you can also recall, the same Niger Delta militants have said that Nigeria should be divided into 5 republics, saying that the 5 republics should be the Ariwa Republic, Oduduwa Republic, Biafra Republic, Middle Belt Republic, and Niger Delta Republic. Now this time around they have come to say that Northerners and Yorubas should vacate their region before October 1st. What is your take on this? What do you have to say about this? But I'll be starting with you, Victor. Victor, what do you have to say about this?
Well, it's a welcome development since Nigeria has become the cake of every region. So everybody wants to take their own share and live. Now, one thing I like about these people, now they don't want to include other people into their own region. Unlike some part of Nigeria who want to include by compulsion, want other people to join their own secession. Okay. So then wanting the Nigerian to be divided into 5 republics is a good one, but nothing yet has come out from the elites, from the Niger Delta elites as it stands now. But if things happen that the Nigeria is being divided, then the Niger Delta Republic is a welcome development. Then the Arewa can have their own, and the Biafra people can have their own. So it's a good one.
Okay, all right. Prince, I want to ask you now, did you think it's as a result of the Biafra agitations, that's the reason why they have issued this October 1st quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas?
No, I wouldn't think in that line, because when you look at the political situation in the country right now, it's as if those are the hems of affairs are not engaging all the regions in very effective dialogue, and so they're losing confidence gradually from the center. So although the elite have not made any official statement, the Delta group, the guys there, the Creeks, are feeling very uncomfortable too, because the first time the Arewa youth issued, I think, a notice to the Biafrans or the Igbos living in the north that they should vacate before October 1st. And now it's like the country is no longer safe for some group of persons. And they've forgotten the fact that some of the northerners are in other parts of Nigeria, including the eastern states and of course the Delta region. So I just feel all this boils down to the center. Because ordinarily, right from the first time when the Arewa group issued the quit notice, it could have been the position or the responsibility of government to handle the issue in a diplomatic or in a way that will, address the grievances at the time. But they didn't do that sufficiently. I don't know whether they made effort, but I think they were lenient, they were soft on the matter, and now it's like it's escalating to other regions. Now, I don't think there is any sane Nigerian that will be comfortable with such quit notice, especially when it undermines the provisions of the constitution that every Nigerian should be able to live in any part of the country. So right now, the people, like the masses now, are losing the confidence in the government at the center, and that is why I think the guys from the Delta are saying that, okay, if you're saying that these people should leave your area, then you shouldn't have any business around our area too.
Ime, I want to ask I think it was because of these Biafra agitations. Has it not been that there was an agitation now? There is an agitation going on now. These Niger Deltans wouldn't have remembered that they need to secede. They would have remembered that Nigeria should be divided into 5 republics. Or don't you think so?
No, I disagree totally with you, because the Niger Delta had been ongoing with their struggle and their movement for quite some time now. There was a time where it was so serious around River State and other parts, where in fact they had to go all out in a very violent fashion before the federal government had to engage them. So the Niger Delta struggle had always been there. And now when you go to the creeks, when you go to the Delta, that is Hausa, rivers, some parts of rivers, Delta State, Akwa Ibom State, you see that the waterfront has been grossly polluted. And then people who survive through the water, the fishermen largely, do not have employment opportunities anymore. And very few of them have the opportunity to even work in the oil companies that are domiciled in those regions. So it's not because of Biafra that now the Deltans are saying that they want to secede. I think the agitation had been there, but federal government were only trying to pacify them. But as it is now, they are not pacified, because when Buhari assumed the office as the president, he had to cut all the benefits that some of these Deltans were enjoying. Some of them that were undergoing training abroad, he said the government didn't have money to continue to fund such programs. So these guys are saying, okay, it's like our interest is no longer protected and safeguarded in Nigeria. There is no point being a part of such an entity.
All right, trying to pacify the Niger Deltas. Victor, you can remember, if you can recall, the acting president visited Niger Deltas. They had a meeting, concerning trying to bring peace into Niger Delta. But it seems the Niger Deltans don't seem to be in line with whatever the president has to offer, especially the Pandev group too. What do you have to say about this?
That's because, holding to the fact that the acting president has met the wrong people.
Okay.
Because now, if you look at the likes of Edwin Clark and others, they have been in the forefront of Nigerian politics, especially in the Niger Delta region, but they are not representing the interests of the people. Like the militants, they said these people only seek their own pockets. Just like the problem with every other region who have social groups who represent them, they seek their own pocket now. And that's why these people have come out to say that. I can remember there was a time the federal government wanted to negotiate the amnesty with a group of people, and they told them that those people you are negotiating with, they are the wrong people. What does these people want? Include, maybe we have different groups in this amnesty militancy. Get a member from each of these groups and sit with them, dialogue. But the acting president, I don't know where he gets his advice from. He has been meeting the wrong people, and that's why these people have come out to say this time, negotiate with us that this is what we want. Don't negotiate with Edwin Clark, Wellington and co. Then we can find a common ground if you negotiate with us. Because these people are no longer representing the Niger Deltas. They are way beyond Nigerian politics. They are no longer respected or seen as elder statesmen in that region.
All right. Okay. If you want to be a part of the program, please do call us from. If you're calling us from Nigeria, just call us with the number 080-960-73146. 080-960-73146. And if you're calling us from outside the country, call us with the number +234-80-960-73146 to be a part of the program. Please do call in with the numbers displayed on your TV screen. Okay, we have the first caller on the show. Hello? Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning, welcome to News TV. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, we lost that. We are talking about Niger Deltans. Now they have issued a quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas saying they should leave, they should vacate their region before October 1st. And okay, we've looked at the Pandev group. Now, Victor, I want to ask you again. Now, assuming the acting president met with these Niger Deltans, do you think this agitation would have been resolved?
I don't, like Prince actually said before, this militant amnesty, the Niger Delta struggle, it has been ongoing even before Osinbajo was seen as a flag bearer for APC. So I don't really think the agitation would have put to rest, because now, especially with this struggle of Biafra, these people want their own, and the central government, they are failing every day to negotiate, to find a common ground to address the issue of Nigeria. So the Niger Delta agitation would have stopped even if you had met, because telling these people, using your words without action, but not backing your words with action means nothing to them. And these people, you see Mobi, for example, which operates from Akwa Ibom State, the head office is in Lagos, Abuja also. Total, for example, also, they don't have head offices here. So how would the struggle, how would the agitation stop? When these people, it's just like Buhari now in London, and it's operating from London to rule Nigeria. How does it sound to people? And that's why so many people wanting to resign.
Okay.
Or do what? Or quit. So it's stuff like that. Now, these people would stop their agitation, or let some of their requests are met. They want 100% control.
Victor, please, sorry to cut you short. I want us to take this call. Hello?
Hello, my name is Jules. I'm calling from River State.
All right. Our caller from River State. Please go ahead. What's your contribution? What do you have to say?
Okay. My contribution is just like this. For the Niger Delta Militant, give Northerners difficulty or Yoruba difficulty for some of us.
Yeah. Please, can you speak up? Can you speak up a little bit?
The government are doing to stop. Why all of them just keep quiet for something in a wrong way? Our agitation today is not all about carrying arms. You understand me?
Yeah.
If those militants start again, Nigeria will fall automatically. So Osinbajo needs to take care of them, because he now, Nigeria will fall completely.
Okay.
There's another situation going on Ebama, that is the share community for Ebama right now.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is life. I just saw it on the internet. This is a life you can see. But really, they go to share those share or just oil well or Niger data. All of them, they break it down. They shout, share must go, share must go. So, government are heartless. That's number one. If you look Niger data or the whole Niger data, no development. No development there. But from there, they use their oil to develop Abuja. They use their oil to develop Lagos. They use their oil to develop it. And if you reach there, there is no hospital, no road, no light.
Okay.
People are dying every day. The water are there polluted. So, what are they doing? What government is doing?
Okay.
What is all this wrong way? See, Nigeria have expired. That is the only thing I understand. There's no way. Once this country that youth are welcome, we have welcome. Let me tell you, you see Nigeria data.
Go ahead.
No problem. But the government should be careful. That's the only thing. And another is they blame Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo.
Yes.
No problem. We are waiting for them for that 1st October. If it's not 1st October, we are waiting for them.
Yeah. It's all right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay. Imea, you need to find out. Don't you think the Niger Deltans, the way they are going about this, their agitation, it's more like they are trying to use violent measures. If you're trying to compare it to the Biafra agitation, it's not the same thing. Biafra, they are not making use of violence, but this time around, the Niger Deltans, it's as if they want to make use of violence.
Okay, I disagree with that once again, because it's not violent. It's not violence that they are using. They just issued, I think it's a reaction to what the Arewa youths did. I think they weren't comfortable with that.
Okay.
But when you talk about the vice president actually coming down to negotiate with some of the statesmen, I think it's no longer, it's old-fashioned to want to do that, because some of these persons who perpetuate themselves as statesmen sometimes don't even get to dialogue with the real people. So it's like they divert whatever incentive that the government would have. But the incentive for me is really too little. Now, what is the master plan? Is there any holistic approach that the federal government is coming to put on the table, or is just business as usual, where they just want to visit the region and see how they can calm these guys because there is some kind of unrest in the area? I think government must try as much as it can to be transparent first and foremost, because this thing is actually getting out of hand. Now, we have understood to some extent that it's only when there is crisis. Sometimes there might be crisis, governments will not even make any official statements. It's only when it gets out of hand, you understand, when the government is scared that this group can be radical, that is when they listen. You understand? And maybe people from the Delta have now said, okay, if we communicate in a very gentlemanly approach, these guys won't listen to us. Now let's issue warnings and threats. That's how they're going to give us their ears. So I don't think it's violent. I think it's because the government has not been proactive in recent times.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's take this call. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Esther.
Okay. Calling from?
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Israel.
All right. Please do go ahead. What's your take on this?
What?
We are listening.
What is it?
Say we can hear you. What's your take on the topic? What do you have to say?
Yeah. What I have to say, I just want to tell the listeners, like they think they can give Igbo quick notice, but this is just the beginning. Then we are waiting for them to do anything they want to do, and we are telling them they must do whatever they say they will do. If they do not do it, we the Niger Delta will start our own.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
We
Okay.
give them we give the Northerners October 4th to vacate, most especially the Northerners, to vacate from Niger Delta.
Okay.
If you would go to us, we are asking them to do, we are looking for them. And therefore, now the government they are talking about, they are very, very.
Okay, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay, don't you think that the Niger Delta's demand is more highly placed than what Biafrans are asking for?
How? What about the Northern people threatening to Europe? What about their own?
Okay.
They not have your president, after president arrested the only Northern and
Okay.
has he? And you're telling me that the Niger Delta, they are so fast. What do you mean? People could tell the truth. People could have made in business to do the public contact. People could tell the truth. What are you telling me that the Niger Delta, they are taking it too fast? What about the Northerners? They are trading killing our people.
Okay.
People are not saying the truth. All of you guys living in Nigeria, you are post of fools, stupid people. What's the president? The archpresident.
All right.
The president, Muhammad Buhari, who has done it.
Okay, please, we actually need you to be civil if we also... Oh, so sorry, we lost that. Okay, Victor, now considering the demands of the Northerners, the Niger Deltans, what do you have to say about this? Now, they said they want to be in control of their resources.
Now,
Okay. Do you think the federal government will allow them to have control of their resources?
now they say they want to be in control of their resources,
Okay.
which can actually be negotiated.
Okay.
Now, apart from that, they also want those oil companies, they want the head office brought down to Niger Delta regions, to any of the states. We have Akwa Ibom State there with a very good capital, Uyo. We have a River State with Port Harcourt. We have a Delta State that's Sabah. So
Okay.
we have a Cross River State. Why don't they bring some of these head offices down here? How can you be operating here and your head office is in another region? So those things, they're not actually wrong for demand researching.
Okay.
But the 100% control, they can be negotiated.
Okay. Okay, you think that their demands
Yes.
can be
Yes,
negotiated?
the demands can be negotiated, but bring down this oil company, the head offices down to this area.
All right.
Share, for example. These things, I don't know how it works.
All right, please let's take this call. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Yeah, good day.
Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Michael Jr. I'm calling from Malaysia.
All right, please, Michael, go ahead. Tell us what you have to say.
My name is Michael. I'm calling from Malaysia.
Yes, we got that. What do you have to say about it? What do you have to say about this? What we are talking about?
What I have to say is that the issue of Niger Delta.
Yeah.
What I have to say is that the issue of Niger Delta or Biafra and Niger Delta is the same. And what the Northerners is saying, we're just waiting for them.
Okay.
Because whatever they want, we are ready for them to give it to them the way they want it.
Okay.
They are talking about Nnamdi Kanu. All Nigerians should be happy about Nnamdi Kanu because without Nnamdi Kanu today, nobody will talk about restructuring and all the rest of them. But Nnamdi Kanu has opened our eyes for us to see.
Okay.
So anybody that is talking against Nnamdi Kanu, that person is I don't know how to classify that person. But he's a godsend to us.
Okay.
Because he's the one that brought all these things. Without him, nobody will talk about restructuring and all the rest of them. So I'm really, really happy about that guy.
Okay.
I must say it is good. All these things that the Northerners is saying, they think that it is what happened at the field. What they did last time is what is going to. No, it's no longer like that. This is new age. We are ready for them. Whatever they want, we are going to do it with them. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you so much. Do you have something else to say to this?
Nothing actually. But yeah, like you said, Nnamdi Kanu. But before Nnamdi Kanu, there was a Niger Delta agitation.
Okay.
But the late President Musa Yar'Adua actually had to pacify these people, and which resulted to some of the Niger Delta being trained abroad. Some went to schools, and some of them had their own handwork. But that wasn't enough, because not all of them, not all the Niger Delta youth carry ammunition. So let there be more programs to enculturate these people into other professions. Then, because if five people from a community can actually be encouraged to do something, they're going to develop their own community, in as well as or not waiting for the government to come into their community. So this present administration, they should bring more programs to bring the people together and give them more handworks to do. In that way, the agitation will put to rest. But if the government, because they're not working right now, if they refuse to work, then the secession cry won't stop.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Victor. We'll be taking a very short break now, and when we come back, we'll delve into the second topic. The second topic says, Northern Group blames Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo song. That's what we'll be looking at once we come back from the short break. But before then, do stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the program. Is Good Morning Nigeria show on Hin News TV. My name is Rita Wachukwu, and I've been in the studio with Victor Isioma and Oku Ime, and we've been discussing about the quick notice given to Northerners and Yorubas by Niger Deltans. And right now we'll be looking at the second topic, which says Northern Group blames Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo song. Now, according to them, they said their reason is because he flouted the bail conditions given to him. So let me start with you, Prince. What do you have to say about this second topic? The Northern Group that said that this anti-Igbo song was as a result of Nnamdi Kanu's action for flouting the bail conditions given to him.
I think the anti-Igbo song, first of all, is criminal.
Okay.
So they cannot justify criminality. Now they're just trying to hide under that. There are several ways of going about whatever discontents you have. So for them to say that it's because Nnamdi Kanu flouted the bail conditions that was handed down to him by the judge is the reason why they're coming out with this outrageous song. Okay. Now, we also, Nigerians saw that the bail conditions were almost impossible, impracticable, because you can't tell somebody you're granting bail to not stay in the midst of people above 10. You can't express yourself through the media. You can't grant interview. And then all of those issues, we have examined them at various times. And a lot of, even some prominent Nigerians, eminent Nigerians, did come out to say that you don't dish out or hand out this kind of outrageous bail conditions. Okay. I don't think even the very person that is saying or that is talking or giving reasons why they had to make up that song, I don't think if such bail conditions were handed down to him, he would be able to fulfill it. So that's no reason. It's lacking in logic it's irrational and it has no basis. So they shouldn't hide the cowardice action they've taken behind the fact that Nnamdi Kanu actually flouted the bail condition.
Okay, all right. In case you're just joining us, we are talking about the Northern Group blames Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo song. To call in or to be a part of the program, you can call in with the number which will be displayed on your TV screen. If you are calling us from Nigeria, do call us with the number 080-960-73146. And if you're calling us from outside the country, please do call us with the number. The same number that will be also displayed on your TV screen, +234-80-960-73146. Okay, we are looking at the anti-Igbo song. According to the Northern Group, they said it's as a result of Nnamdi Kanu's action. Now, they said Nnamdi Kanu's action has prompted people to do some certain things they want to do without getting arrested. Like because of Nnamdi Kanu's action. That's why anybody can come out and do whatever they want to do and still feel they can go ahead with it without being arrested. What do you have to say, Victor?
I won't agree to that because for one thing that Nnamdi Kanu actually exposed the loopholes in Nigerian government because even the government officials, they'll be flouting the laws they operate on. So Nnamdi Kanu opened the eyes of people to see that this government, they don't even abide by the rules and regulations of the land because the leaders feel they are above the law. So, but for them bringing such song, I think those people need to be brought to, because that one shows they need to be arrested. But now they don't know the composer, the people who composed that song, who composed the song, in as well as, but the security agencies, they're not doing enough job right now.
Okay, what do you have to say concerning the federal government not being able to detect people who are responsible for the Igbo song?
Then I will tell you they know.
Okay.
But they can't act. You know, because now the Oga at the top who is not around, he has the people, he has the agents who are working for him, and they still take orders from him. And the acting president himself has his own limits to operation, in as much as they gave him power to see to the affairs of this nation. His own capacity are limited, and he can't go beyond what the Oga at the top has told him to do. And don't forget that he's acting within the powers of the party, because the APC as the ruling party, they also take oaths before coming to office. So you don't have to bring your party to the open for people to see the crisis within the party. So it's acting within the jurisdictions of the party.
Okay. All right. Okay, Victor. Now, I want to ask you now, Ime, what do you have to say concerning this, the violation of laws? The violation of laws, especially these hate speeches that have been going on currently in Nigeria.
Okay, talking about the violation of laws and people peddling hate speeches and trying to cause rancor and acrimony in the country, I think first it's unacceptable, it's undemocratic, and it's something that should be condemned outrightly. Okay. But I have to tell you this, when people say that, like, because I wasn't done when you asked that the northern groups that made up the anti-Igbo songs, they said they're doing that against the backdrop that Nnamdi Kanu flouted court orders. Now, this is a country where most political office holders flout and abuse court orders. At some point, the president was asked to release Nnamdi Kanu before he was actually released. He refused, even when the court mandated him to do that. Now, there are other spurious cases where officials in government have refused to abide by the laws of the land. The other time we saw how the presidency gave directives that judges from the Supreme Court should be bundled. Some of them were harassed, some of them were their homes were invaded. And the court actually frowned against all of that. Now, ours has become a country where the laws are not respected. So when people come with a very lame excuse that they're doing certain criminal activities because somebody actually disrespected the judgment of the court, I think it's inexcusable. Okay. So I'd like to say that, again, I would hinge my points on the government at the center. They're not doing enough to curb these incessant hate speeches making the round in the country. Because if they had thoroughly addressed the first quit notice that was issued by the Arewa youth, it wouldn't have escalated to the point where other groups are saying that, okay, we also have to dish out threats and notices all around the country, because they know that nothing will happen. And the governments have also proven that they're not willing to do anything to address these issues. So I can tell you that if nothing urgent and immediate is done, we will wake up to more hate speeches making the round in the country.
Okay. Okay, so should we say that the federal government not being able to handle the situation has led to the present agitations in the country?
Rita, your guess is as good as mine. It's very obvious. We follow the activities of government every day. Okay. Sometimes, like most of the times where we see Fulani herdsmen, they go on attacks. We do not, okay, like when it happened in Enugu State and other places in Benue State, we didn't see government come out with that authority that they're in charge of the situation to get these invaders, to capture them and deal with them. They went away with it. So what I'm trying to say is that the government of the day have proven to be too weak. Okay. They have not been able to contain the issues, the problems, the troubles, the attacks, hate speeches in Nigeria. Okay. And that is why some criminal elements are taking advantage of the loopholes, you understand? They have seen that it's like we have a semi-breakdown of law and order, that you can say whatever you like without consequences, you can threaten people without being incarcerated, without being arrested. So they're now taking advantage of the lapses in government.
Okay. Now, I think, Prince, I wouldn't agree that on the government being weak. I think the government is actually biased.
Okay.
They have been biased because we've seen, okay, now let's take, for example, the protests that have been ongoing for the past 3-4 days now. When Charlie Boy and his company had their own protests, what happened? Government shot tear gas at them. And the next day, we heard that the Arewa youth came and they had the first people, the first to actually guide them. And now yesterday also, another group came out in support of Buhari and nothing was done.
Okay.
Now, there are stories, I think there was a time Ayo Fayoshe also, he was called by the DSS to question him for some actions. Now, what happened to the Fulani herdsmen, like you rightly mentioned? Okay. Nothing was done. And now, when to face the popular musician wanted to do his own protest, the DSS actually invited him to question him. What happened? He pulled out of the protest. So it's not the weakness by the government, it's their biased nature. These people have shown to be biased right from the inception of APC when they took power. They've shown that they're biased. Like the president said that it's for nobody and it's for everybody. Now it's for nobody, those people he's fighting right now. And it's for the people who they actually backing. So it's not weakness but being biased. That's what I have to do.
All right, Victor, let's look at the protest, the pro-Biafra protest that has been going on in Nigeria for some time now. Can we now say that those people's demands now from the president, that they are not right to make such demands? The Biafra protest. I mean, the protest going on currently in Nigeria concerning Buhari's resignation or resumption to office.
Well, I think we have something in government, there's what they call public opinion. And this is how sometimes they air their grievances. Protest is a way of letting the government know what you feel, what need to be done. So they're 100% right to carry out protest. But what the government is not doing is actually not tackling the issue.
Okay, I want us to look at the force action, the policemen action, the role they played in this protest. You know, for them to come out and be in support of the Arewa youths against the Biafrans now, all right, and against the Biafrans, and also the protest too. They also followed. It was more like they were against the protest concerning the rule, the current administration in Nigeria. What do you have to say about that? It's more like there's more to it than the one they display.
I think the best way to answer that question is this adage that say you can't bite the finger that fits you. Now, these first people, in as much as they are there to enforce law and order, they are working according to the directives given to them by the leaders, by the officers at the top. That's what they're doing right now. You see the police people now, what happened? How can you, people who, they were carrying ammunition, and you have to shoot tear gas at them and the other water venoms. So it shows that these people are working for the organs at the top, not for the masses.
Okay.
So the police people, I don't know. I've never seen them to be credible or reliable right from time.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Victor. We are talking about the quick notice. We talked about the quick notice issued to Northerners and Yorubas by the Niger Deltans. And the second topic we talked about is Northern Group blames Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo song. That's what we've been looking at. And we need you to send your comments. We need you to call in and tell us your take on these two topics. The number to call if you're calling from Nigeria is 080-960-73146. And if you're calling us from outside the country, please do call us with the number +234-80-960-73146. In case you've not shared this on your timeline, please go ahead and share this on your timeline. And if you've not liked our Facebook page, you can like our Facebook page, which is Happenings in Nigeria. Happenings in Nigeria. Our website is Happenings in Nigeria, www.happeningsinnigeria.com, www.happeningsinnigeria.com. And we need you to be a part of our programs. We need you to call in and tell us your take on the two topics, what we've been discussing today. And Prince, I want to ask you, what do you have to say concerning this? What else do you have to say concerning the anti-Igbo songs? What role do you think the government should play to arrest this issue? But before that, I want us to take this call. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. I am Johnson. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, I'll call up from Lagos. Please, what do you have to say? Can you please speak louder so we can hear you? Sorry, we can't hear you clearly. Speak louder.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah. I said the next is starting with our president.
Okay.
But when we went to Rwanda, we told us that we are going to get like 10%. And I don't know what for you, get 10%. When we started.
Okay.
And when that we can know not Northerners are living in the eastern Nigeria. Just take and no business of the Northerners was the process. And no business of our Islam was the process.
Okay.
It was purely a business issue because they are doing about business. That means they are going to do their thing. I'm trying to just come to them to do their thing. They not say that. So it's a business issue. So they are just something for their family. And the Niger Delta, because of the people they gave to the Madam, they have them to say. So the originator of this is not enough.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I actually want to ask you now. Now, according to reports, they have blamed Nnamdi Kanu for the hate speeches.
I can't hear very clearly. Let me call you back.
All right, okay. All right, so sorry. Please do call back and tell us what you have to say about what we've been discussing today. Prince, I asked you a question concerning the hate speeches. What do you have to say about that? How the government can control it, what they can do to arrest the situation?
The government must take deliberate steps, and they have to be genuine, sincere, and transparent with their intentions, because like Victor said, if you monitor the actions of government lately and before now, it's been sort of biased, and they've not shown that commitment, they've not shown that sincerity of purpose, and they've been lopsided. They tend to favor a particular interest ahead of a larger interest. And when you check the government of the day, it's like the government is headed by the APC. Now, politics was actually over after the elections, and it seems party men are now the ones controlling the affairs of the administration. And that's why at some point it was said that a tiny cabal was somewhere in Aso Rock dictating the pace of the country. And I think that's where there is this lot of confusion in the system. Now, the issues, the hate speeches in Nigeria is not helping, and you cannot have any meaningful development and progress where there is everything is not stable. Now, people might actually be scared even foreign investors might be saying that I don't want to come to Nigeria and lose money, except the policy is stable.
Okay, all right. Please, let's take this call. Hello? 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 Okay, sorry. Please do call back. We need you to call back and tell us your take on the topic. We lost that call. To call back and tell us what you have to say about the topic. Prince, do you have more things to say?
Yes, so as I was saying, I said that there is nowhere in the world you can have meaningful progress and developments when there is crisis, where there is unrest, where people are agitating everywhere. Now, this agitation is no longer restricted to just the eastern part of the country. It is now spreading. You will be shocked that it's even getting to places like Lagos, where the Oduduwas are saying that we can't continue to put up with this kind of instability in the country. So all these are clear signs and signals to the government at the center that everything is not business as usual. Because prior to this time, when issues like this come up, governments will be lackadaisical with it. They will think, let them just do it, it will be over. But I think the message now is that it's not going to be the way it used to be.
All right, okay. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, please, I'm calling from Austria.
All right, please do go ahead. Tell us what you have to say.
Yeah, my name is Niger. I'm calling from Austria.
Okay, Chimese, please go ahead. What do you have to say?
Yeah, what I'm going to say on this issue is, Nigeria is debating on Muhammad Buhari, who is on medical care in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, my contribution there is, I hope Nigeria has a constitution.
Okay, we are talking about the Niger Deltans who issued quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas to vacate their region before October 1st.
Yeah, but this is a news about Muhammad Buhari.
Okay, we're not talking about the president. We're not talking about the president today. We're talking about the Niger Deltans and their quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas. What do you have to say? Yeah.
This is old news. This is old news. Yeah, I'm very sorry.
It's all right. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Victor, now looking at the agitations now, it's more like the agitations are now much in the country. We have the Biafrans agitating. We have Oduduwa asking for their own republic. We have the Niger Deltans who have said that October 1st, they will declare Niger Delta Republic, okay? And then looking at the things happening in the country, what do you think will take place at least by October 1st? How do you envisage it?
If actually what these people are saying, they want to materialize, they want to perform it, bring it to action, then October 1st is going to be a very deadly one for every Nigerian to behold, because you see the Biafras, the agitators, they also have their plans on that day. Okay. The Niger Delta have their own plans on that day. And the Oduduwa Republic, who knows their own republic, their own plan. And that is why who actually said by October 1st, if the Southerners don't leave their region, then there's going to be a bloodshed. So many things going to happen that. So let's just pray and see what's going to be happening. Then those, if you know where you are is not safe for you, right now begin to pack your loads and leave. Yes.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that we should just wait and watch how it unfolds.
Should we wait and watch, or should we make a proper plans?
Okay, we should make plans.
Yes, if we
for
can,
October 1st.
Exactly. But if we can actually stop what's going to happen that day, let the government act now. Let them be fast about it.
And there is also a possibility that the government has plans too for October 1st.
The government has failed people, and the people have lost confidence in this present administration.
Okay.
Definitely, the government has failed.
Okay.
They have failed. But it's a punishment to Nigerians who actually elected people into power. Okay. Because they saw the past administration as being weak, that could not act. And now they've seen a government that can act. So let them keep enjoying the government in 2019. We are all in this together. So let them just fold their arms and see the government bring out their plans to us.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Victor. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to you both for coming around and for making the show a success. Okay.
So happy. And thanks for our viewers as well. Always there for us.
Yes, and to our viewers, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you to you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing this on your timeline. Thank you also for liking our Facebook page, which is Happenings in Nigeria. And also, we want to say thank you to the technical team, because without them, I don't think this would have been so wonderful as it is today. And we'll be rounding up the show. We talked about Nnamdi Kanu. We talked about Nnamdi Kanu. They said he was actually at fault because of the anti-Igbo song. The Northern group have blamed Nnamdi Kanu for the anti-Igbo song. And the other topic we talked about is the Niger Deltas, who issued quick notice to Northerners and Yorubas to vacate their region before October 1st. I believe I want to say thank you also for your contributions, for those who called in, and also for your comments. I want to say thank you very much. We'll still bring to you the same program, bring to you Good Morning Nigeria show on Monday, same time by 10 a.m. We want you to be a part of the program. And today by 2:30, we'll be bringing to you Which Way Niger. We want you to be a part of the program. Be able to make your comments. Is another vernacular form of the Good Morning Nigeria show. And we want you to be a part of the program, to enjoy the program. And we want to say goodbye to you. We want to say goodbye to you and to enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.